So this right here, I think that'd be a great way to end the entire drop. So I'm going to move this over 8 bars. I made a copy. I don't know why. That, like, this last noise is insane. I feel like you can make a whole new track with just that as your main element. All right, so now let's see what we have to fill in here. If you haven't noticed, doing these drops are kind of like solving a puzzle. So I'm just got to fill in what works, like find the right pieces and put them in there. So I'm going to play it. All right. So these I'm going to mute right now. And then what I noticed here, these sounds are a little bit less full. Maybe I just need to turn these up. So, well, this might have been the one that I turned down earlier. I'll just deal with that when I'm actually mixing the track, because I don't want to spend so much time, even though I'm planning on mixing the track at the end, which is what you're supposed to do. I'm going to listen to it one more time. Like right here, I need to... All right, I'm going to delete this because I just copied it over. I'm going to copy this. I had an idea. Hopefully I remember it. So maybe right here. Dude it. Maybe I can go back to this one. And then do the alternative sound to fill in the empty space. No. Let's keep this the same for the first 2 bars. And then right here. And like da 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 da. So I'll break those up. I'm gonna remove the fades. I'm gonna delete this too, because that was part of this one right here. And I'm gonna remove the fades. We can add those later. Okay. And then they're not the exact same length, but I don't care about that. And then this and this and something like that. Now add the fades back in, or speed up, I should say, and slow down. 30, 25. I'm just picking these numbers based on, I don't want the speed up and slow down to take over the element of the track, but I just want it to add a little bit extra. All right, This sounds great. I just want this to increase. I'm going to start counting by twos here. When I say increase, increase in pitch. Is this the same problem we had? Why? I don't know why this one changes so much when I change the pitch. Let's undo that. What did I just change the pitch of? Let's see what this is on in terms of flex time. This one's slicing, but it doesn't change. I swear this one was slicing. I have no idea why. Yeah, that's slicing as well. All right, hold on. I was not over there. All right, let's see. I think this would be cool to be like a riser with the fat little noise that this is. Well, let me just change the pitch. So I'll count it by twos. And I can adjust the audio file after. Not ideal. And I think the thing that's bothering me the most about this is that I don't understand why this is happening. But whatever. Just make these adjusted. Because I thought if this was on well, maybe I can, well, let's see what this sounds like. Okay. I mean, that sounds a little too intense, honestly. So let me undo all that. And I'm going to go up by ones. But transposing it by one shouldn't change it that much. So maybe it's a glitch. Maybe I just don't. Oh, hold on. This is not supposed to be one. So two. Honestly, I'm getting discouraged by this. So I'm going to make a new track so I don't mess up anything else. I'm going to try tempophone. That should, in theory, stay the same. Nope. That didn't work. Let's try speed. Maybe speed stays the same? Okay, let's try it. Let's try speed. Nope, that doesn't change. That doesn't say the same. Let's try poly. Yeah, I don't know why this is doing that. Whatever. So I clearly don't understand everything about Logic. I'm going to delete this track. All right, so I'm going to have these go up by ones like we planned on originally. So this will be 2. This will be 3. This will be 4. And that will be 5. Oh, I might be an absolute idiot. Maybe not, but hold on. So this says, these say flex and follow. Ah. Oh, well, now it might not play. All right, I am an idiot, but not for that reason. All right, I'll figure that out. Not during this course. But yeah, this seems like a glitch. Anyway, I'm gonna stop being a baby about this. All right, I like that. Finally, I spent all that time complaining and trying to figure out why it was wrong, but I was able to get the sound another way. All right, I think I'm just going to put those same notes that I have over here. So, because I mean, it's fat. This is a crazy track, and I love it. All right, mute that. Let's listen to both drops right now. All right, we've come a long way from where we started, just with the little kick drum pattern. In terms of this drop, you can tell how much better the first part sounds with all those other elements. So that's including the sub bass, which we'll add next, and also like just those background elements. So you don't really notice them, but you notice when they're not there. And that's why I spend so much time making all those background elements. So I think next we will map the sub bass to our basses that we have. And I don't know, I might change some of these basses, but for now I think this is a really good drop A, drop B that we can kind of now move to the last part of this track. Because believe it or not, even though we only have like half of the time of the track done, we've probably got about 80% of the idea. And now we just got to kind of add the second part, which is going to be a lot of repetition, and then mixing and mastering.